Hello guys, I'm Tawanda from SkillsPec. Welcome to yet another lesson where we are learning graphics designing skills. Yesterday we were on lesson number 1 and 2, and we managed to install Pixelab and design a flyer. I hope most of you managed to do the assignment, and I'm very excited today to teach you more skills, and I'm sure by the end of the month or a couple of lessons, most of you will be pro. Yes, so before we get into today's lesson, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, share as we proceed. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 graphics design principles. Just 5. Of course there are many graphics designing principles, but today I will just be focusing on 5. Maybe the next lesson will focus on another 5, and we master these principles. These are principles that you need to master on every time you'll be designing, because when you fail to implement them, your design might not really come out nice. So number 1, let's look at balance. Number 1 is balance. So I will be explaining these principles whilst I'll be designing a flyer. So something that is not okay, I will just show what most of you guys do, maybe in graphics designing. When you don't implement these principles, you actually see it that this is not okay as you master these principles. So first, I've got 3 materials like we did yesterday. I have a logo. I will import my logo from the gallery, SkillsPec logo. I'm sure you guys have now mastered on how to import these elements. So I'll also import my image. Today I have a lady PNG file. So let's import another background. We'll be just working with these 3 elements. Of course we're going to add in more text. So I have background, I have imported a PNG, a lady, and my logo. These are the 3 elements that I've imported. So on balance, when you are designing a flyer or anything that you're designing, balance is very key, and I'm going to show you a tool in Pixelab that is going to help you in achieving this. So if you check, there is a table right at the corner there. If you click it, it's going to give you grids across your interface or the area that you are designing on. So right now, if you check, the grids are quite big. You can increase the lines, the vertical, the Y and the X-axis lines, to the number that you want. This is how you do it. So after clicking there, you just come here where there's a setting table there. You click, you come right to your left. There is an arrow, 10 circle arrow there. You click there. It's number of horizontal guides and number of vertical guides. Let's have a number of 20 x horizontal, 20 vertical. You see, so the whole designing interface has been is been filled with these lines. So this is going to help you now to balance in, to make sure that your logo is centralized. So after you have put in these guidelines, there is a U right at the bottom there. It's going to help you to align, to centrally align your elements. So if you click on it and you move around the logo, you can now see the red lines there. So these red lines, they're just showing you, even if you try to move, it will be directing you on central alignment. So this is going to help you. So if you can check, if I am to say I have finished designing my flyer in this like this, already it's not well centrally aligned. If you can check to my right, there is more space. Even if imagine if your flyer is looking like this, we are looking at this whole green area, so it's not, that is, the logo is not centrally aligned. The image is at the center, but right to your right there is a lot of space, whilst things are clustered to your left. That should be avoided. According to the graphic designing principles, balance should always be achieved. So how should it look? Just make sure that let's draw in everything is aligned. Let's enlarge our background to just make sure that everything is balanced. So let's have our background right at the bottom, remember what we talked about, layers. Then we can centrally align our logo and have text at the left. So we now know that to our right we've got the lady, to our left we can have text right there. Let's just have some text there. We are the, let's just say, the best. We are the best. I'm just going to write something, don't mind, you can write anything. Just want to show you the first graphics designing principle of balance. Some of them I have already implemented them, but I will mention them as I will be explaining. So you can see now, so our text is to the left, the lady is to the right. Let's make the lady to be on top of the text so that the hand is over the text, so that it looks nice there. So that's the balance. If you can now check, it's now well balanced. Of course you can align it as long it just has to be balanced. Make sure that to the left, if you are to draw a central line, to your left there are elements, and to your right there are elements, not to have gaps that will not have a good design there. So the next is alignment. Today I'm going to talk about alignment as also another graphics designing principle that you need to master. So that tells that when somebody is looking on the flyer, have you ever seen that when you're looking at the flyer, you'll be like, oh, the logo should have been to the left or to the right a bit. That tells that the flyer or the design is not well aligned. So alignment, it's either to the images or to the text. I think to the text we all know that there is central alignment, right alignment, left alignment. Imagine if I would have done this. What it means is that the text is not well aligned. That is not accepted. So in graphics designing, make sure that your text, let me just lock this, you can lock this image, make sure that it doesn't move around. So make sure that the text is, you can centrally aligned. We are the best is centrally aligned text. So alignment is very key. You can left align or right align. Then let's move to number 3. Number 3 is contrast. Contrast, if you are to check, let's say we give a color of blue. Let's give a color of blue. I just want to show you contrast, the third graphics designing principle which you need to master. Contrast, it simply means that when the background is dark, you need to have light objects on the top. Your text has to be light. If now you have light text on top of a light background, the light text might not be visible. Or a dark background, you have dark text on top, so they have got to be that contrast. If you can check on our design, there is that contrast difference, because we have a light background and we have kind of dark elements on top of it, so this is making the flyer to be visible. So let me just give you an example, which is something that is not acceptable. Let's color this text to be more similar to the background, and I want you to see how it looks. Let's just pick color. Let's pick around here. You see, best, it's the contrast is no longer that strong. It's like it's synced into the background, so there has to be that contrast so that a person can read, not struggle to read. So imagine if this best is right at the top there, it's no longer visible, so there has to be that contrast. Light backgrounds, you have dark elements or dark text on top. Light backgrounds, you have dark elements on top. Then let's move to number 4, hierarchy. Hierarchy is very key. These are the I know to some of you have been using Word, you have always been doing it, especially on hierarchy. On hierarchy, when you are writing maybe an assignment, you have to have main heading, subheading, maybe small text like that. That also applies in graphics designing principles. We wouldn't want to have something like everything being the same size. When there is hierarchy, there is emphasis. It tells that when somebody looks on the flyer, you can quickly tell that the flyer is about skill spec, and they are the best because there is contrast. You have given that contrast. So hierarchy is very key whenever you are designing. Don't make the whole text to look the same, or even to, everything will be all of the same size. So before you start designing, know what is key, what exactly is the flyer about, what do you want to come to pop up to be more visible. It doesn't mean that text that you'd have written in small should not be visible. It has to be visible, but it's not the main topic or the key center of attraction. So that's number 4, hierarchy. Number 5, which is the last one, proximity. This is also very important. Normally when you are designing, you need to group your information. Sometimes they put, I would advise, if you check most of the flyers, dates or contact details, they'll be right at the bottom. We wouldn't want to have an email right at the top, like this. Imagine you have contact details right at the top. It's just to write something like contact us. Then you write the contact details plus 263. Let's just say 123 123 123. So we have these contact details here. All right. Just resizing. Just want you to see what I am talking about. We can color this text to, let's say, white. Yes. So we have contact details here, and imagine we have other contact details right at the bottom, but now it's the email that want sales at skills pack. So in proximity, you're just saying .co.zw. Just saying, if you are mentioning on email is part of contact details. They should be well grouped, not to have contacts right on the top, others on the. So you need to, before you start designing, have a draft whereby you group your information to say this information falls within the same group and this one does not fall in the same group. Thank you so much. I hope this has helped you. I would want you to design a flyer with the materials that I have given you. Just show that you are applying these 5 principles. Number 1, we talked about balance, whereby you are making sure that to your left, to your right, there is good balance. There is no empty space, or we call it white space. Then number 2, we talked about alignment. Make sure that your text is well aligned, left aligned, and right aligned or central aligned. Make sure that your content is well aligned. Number 3, we talked about contrast. Dark background, we should have light text on top. If we've got light background, we should have dark text on top, so that when you look on the flyer, there must be that contrast and visibility. It gives the text to be more visible. Then number 4, we talked about hierarchy, heading, topic, description. Not just having the text of the same size on the flyer. That will not look good. It won't be attractive. So you can even have bigger text, smaller text, depending on what you want to be more visible. Number 5, we talked about proximity, whereby you group in your content before starting designing. So thank you. I hope you have been helped. Let's see what you have learned. Make your own designs applying these principles. Thank you.